Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wizdom Dropz, y'all's house, my dad drops of wisdom. It's Happy Cat Astrology. My name is Tanya, and today we are discussing the Aries new moon happening this Sunday. What is this month? April 11th, 2021. And this is happening at 22 degrees of Aries. If you are a fire sign, that's an Aries. That is a Leo and a Sagittarius ascendant sun or moon, then this video is specifically for you. By the end of it, you're going to understand what's going down with your energy for the next month. And let's be real, you probably already feel it because it's a freaking fire moon, y'all. It's intense up in here. Now, are you somebody who's been trying to learn astrology for years and you've been gleaning information off of astro.com, astro theme, co-star, all this stuff? Have you been like doing that and you're just like, I just want to know what I'm doing like once and for all, and you're looking at all these different charts and you're like, but what does it really mean? This means this and that means that, and I think that means that. I have a course for you. I got a solution. Don't worry no more about any of that. Wizdom Dropz Astrology School. If you're cool and spiritually minded and just like somebody who's like constructive and positive and you want to learn astrology, we're developing the really awesome cohort that is going to be launching this May. So we are almost started, y'all. If you're not there, you are square. What is you doing? So make sure you schedule a consultation call with me for free today using the link down below. If that is you, if you're a serious, student and you want to really learn your shit once and for all and be able to do readings for people, be able to look at the chart of the sky yourself, be able to look at your birth chart, okay, and interpret it. This course is jam packed with value. We meet every single week, okay, for 26 weeks and live. And I mentor you after giving you a presentation and games. It's super interactive. It's really good for different types of thinkers and visual, auditory, kinetic even learners. So anyway, I am so passionate about it. I get talking about it in great depth when I do talk about it. But if that's you and you're trying to learn this once and for all, use the link in the description today. Awesome. So then let's jump into this for fire signs and Aries. You know I love you, but I's gonna make you wait till after Sagittarius because they were already on the ascendant. So Sag, this is what's going on for you. Look, Aries new moon, this is in your fifth house. I'm tripping. God, I'm sorry. It's like a Freudian slip. It's in your fifth house because it's a fire sign. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and this is all about creation. This is all about your products that you produce. And yes, Sag, that could be your children if you have children. It's also about your artwork and your small businesses and any passion projects you have. It's those types of things where you create them from a place of love. You create them from a place of joy. This is the house of musicianship. This is the house of creative productivity. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're a vocalist, if you're a musician, if you're a poet, if you're whatever you are, you know what I mean, whoever you are, whatever it is that you create with as a Sagittarius, you're being so called. Like the divine is just like do, 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 bring bring. Are you listening? Are you picking up the fucking phone, Sagittarius? Because the universe is literally calling you like, hey, I need you to make some shit like right now because there's a lot of energy up in this fifth house. So please, Sagittarius people, if you do not find a creative venue to communicate yourself over the next month, I feel bad for you. You need to communicate. You need to express yourself. You need to be as big and bold and unique and Sagittarian all up in this mo as you need to be, because the Aries new moon is a stellium in your fifth house. You understand? Stellium is 3 or more significant points or planets, y'all, and check it. We got, of course, the moon and the sun, but we also got Venus at the party and Mercury. And if this ain't enough, you already understand that you're being called to put in energy in this fifth house of creation, okay, Sagittarius. But if this ain't enough that we got all the stellium in here, which is just like 4 anchor points of energy, like raw fifth house, create, 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 okay, you got a V sextile in the whole situation. Now, what's that? You see this blue triangle here? Boom. That's what's called a V sextile. There's 2 little sextiles and a big old trine. Boom, right there. Okay. Now these planets right here, Mars and Jupiter. They're supporting that fifth house for you, Sagittarius. They're elevating everything I just said for you to a new level of prominence. And how you're going to be feeling the urge and the need to create, it's going to be through an awareness of relationship. Mars in the seventh house, baby. Sagittarius, look, seven signs over is Gemini with the Mars. An activation in relationships, an anger in relationships, a breakup, an argument, a fight, a disagreement in relationships. Mars in the seventh house. That is somehow elevating your creation along with, because look, it's supporting the fifth house. You understand? Ding to ding, along with Jupiter from the third house of communications. You are speaking your mind, Sagittarius, and you're out there laughing your ass off because you already know that you speak your mind, like, period, as a general rule. However, this next month, you are literally being called to be the bodacious, unleashed Sag that you are, because Jupiter is in your third house of communications. Jupiter amplifies everything it touches. Jupiter is you. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, you understand? And it's in your third house of communication and your own ideas about the world, your own day-to-day understandings of how the world works. So you are being called to communicate, you are being called to create, and that is being stimulated, and it's being stimulated by this Jupiter in the third and this Mars in the seventh. So communicate, third house, and Mercury is over here echoing that theme, right? In the fifth house, communicate yourself, communicate your position originally in your artistic fifth house context. And Venus in the fifth house is a great fucking place for Venus. Venus loves the fifth house. The fifth house is a great place for Venus. Venus is, she's happy in the fifth. She's like, you know what? I'm going to take pleasure in the process of enjoying. So even though the so-called dignity, the planetary dignity, of Venus is not so hot because she's in a Mars-ruled sign of Aries, it's okay. It's okay, Sagittarius, because it's in your fifth house. And look at the support she's getting from the host of this whole moon, Mars. Again, I talk about this in my overview video. You can watch my overview videos. I've done multiple overview videos on the Aries new moon at this point, y'all, for real. But for you specifically, Sag, your creation is being elevated, baby, and it's through relationships. It could be arguments, it could be conflicts, it could be just competition, and also your thoughts and your beliefs about the world, because Jupiter is the belief planet, and it's in the house of your own personal beliefs at a day-to-day level and your communications. You're being called to communicate. Please communicate, create, create. If there's any sign who should create with this energy, it's 100% you, Sag. Whew, that was some exciting stuff. I hope it served you. You know it did. Hit that like button. Don't you be a greedy ass. Hit that like button. What you doing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being funny with you, Sagittarius. But for real, thank you. I appreciate you. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. Thanks for all the support. Moving right along to oh yeah, let's zoom by, Aries. Let's zoom by like 1 minute at a time until we get to the 11th. Doesn't that sound fun? Not. We're not gonna do that, Aries. Don't you worry. Let's just get it where you're on the ascendant so you have the visual. Oops. Whoops. Okay, we're good. Oh, that was Leo though, but there they went because we're on Aries. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I am like all up in this. Where are we at? The moon's here. Let's go forward an hour and see where we go. I got like all these tabs open making you look at these nasty ads. I'm sorry. Aries. You've been so patient. Look at you being all patient. Where'd that come from? Some Aries newness, right? That's some Aries novelty. That was pretty good. How Aries moon of me, as I am an Aries moon. But now let's look at this chart for you Aries people. So Aries, ascendant, sun, or moon folk. Okay, I zoomed a little forward. The moon itself is gonna be right here at 22 degrees when this goes exact, okay? But for the sake of example, you can just understand that both of these planets are in Aries, and so is this ascendant sign in this image, meaning that this is your first house. So if you are an Aries ascendant, sun, or moon, This is the biggest deal for you out of anybody because this is your new moon. You get one new moon a year, okay? And this is yours. You are being highlighted right now. You are being asked to be the super Aries that you are. There is a definite like rock star Aries underpinning to all of this because there's a stellium in Aries, meaning all of this energy is just like doom, 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 doom. Mercury, okay? Venus, okay? These are our thoughts, these are our communications as Aries. So you're communicating yourself, you're communicating your unique perspective, you're communicating your ideas, you're communicating your original identity, Aries, and you're coming to terms with that within yourself. Not everything is about communicating to others, you understand, especially when Mercury is in the first house. Although you are going to be wanting to communicate to others about your personal experience and providing your originality into the situation, Aries, you're also going to be feeling deeply passionate about this idea of developing yourself. And it sounds conceited, it sounds self absorbed, and that's what people who don't understand or fuck with Aries energy call you. That's what they understand you as. But they don't know you. And if you are like that and you're an Aries, we know what, hey, that's on you. You got to reflect on that. You got to grow past it. You know what I'm saying? But if you aren't and you just be like a true Aries, Aries in and of itself is not a bad thing. The awareness of oneself and individuality is not inherently a bad thing. When you are a child, you are free within this identity. You understand? Generally speaking, we as children are free within our identity to be the spark of divinity that we are. And that, my friend, is Aries energy. And even as an adult, if you're in tune with the higher vibration of Aries energy, that is exactly what will carry you forward throughout your entire life as an Aries. It's the unique je ne sais quoi. It's your individuality that makes you you. Okay? That's okay to be proud of. That's okay to be happy with. That's okay to be like, this is who I am, comfortable with, and to know you shine a little bit. It's when you start using that as a means of comparing yourself to others and saying you're better than them that you become an asshole. It's when you abuse that and you use it in a way that harms other people, that's when you become an asshole. Nobody out here needs to be feeling bad about being happy with who the fuck they are. You understand? It doesn't mean that you should go and feel like you're better than other people or you should put people down because they're different than you or whatever the case might be. But you being you and having an identity is a good thing to have. You should have an identity. If you don't have an identity, you are a cog in a motherfucking machine. And every Aries motherfucker out there understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because Aries are uniquely themselves. You stand for something, you are something, you embody something, and it might be different than everybody else. And you know what? That's the Aries novelty. That's the gift of your energy as an Aries. You are one. And you doesn't mean you think you're entirely different than everybody else or that you're the fucking shit, but you kind of are. You shine a little bit more in certain ways. And why is that? It's because you have an awareness of your identity, and that's okay, honey. So don't let nobody tell you no bullshit. But if it's true, you got to internalize it and move forward. Now, with that said, the V sextile here, now that I got off that little soapbox, which is a good valid soapbox, damn it. No, but for real. But for real, the V sextile is supporting you, Aries. You're being called to think originally, communicate your love, your self value. Venus in the first house originally, your creative nature that is, pleasure to you through originality. Venus in the first house of Aries, okay? You're being called to communicate that. Communicate that to yourself, through your thoughts, okay? And begin something anew. This is new beginning energy. First new moon of the year, okay? It's true. It's the first new moon of the year. I've talked about this a bunch. I don't need to redundantize it, okay? But again, this is really like you coming into yourself. This is you coming into your own spark, your own flame, your own aspect of your divine embodiment. And you can go ahead and take this, Aries, and run with it. This is the time to start over the next 2 weeks. You understand? I would say Monday onward. You can even start thinking Sunday about it. Absolutely. Be thinking about, how am I recreating myself? How am I you probably already are, Aries, you know what I'm saying? How am I rebranding my consciousness of myself? Why am I saying that? My consciousness, Mercury and Aries. Sun, self. You understand? First house, my. So you got this comprehension, and look, Mercury's getting all this deep support okay, over here from Saturn in Aquarius. So there's this originality within the union of the larger whole, Aquarius 11th house, underpinning, you know what I'm saying, Saturn structure, underpinning, okay, this awareness process, this hermetic, almost like prophetic, yeah, like awareness of yourself, of your identity, because Mercury is Thoth and Hermes in astrology and in the world of mystic beings. And so you know, in the first house of self with the sun and Venus and the moon, this is a new beginning about your true identity as you relate to others and as you relate to your faith, even with that influence. And Venus is supported by, you know, a lot of different things going on here. There's a really nice support from Jupiter, which is the other great, you know, benefic. And so really pleasant things could come to you through networks at this time, Aries, because the 11th house is activated here, and they could really come back to benefit you. And also Venus is being supported from the third house of communications. And so this is your identity being communicated again. We see these themes of communication, you understand, with Mercury's presence in the first house, okay, with the mutual reception between Mars and Mercury as they are currently in each other's signs right now. These are different ways that the energy is coming back to serve you as an Aries, and this awareness of this communicating your beliefs and who you are. And the 11th house is your goals and dreams, like your dreams, your aspirations. And the fact that there's so much support, look at that. The 11th house is sending nothing but positive so-called aspects to you and to the other underpinning energies at this time. Of course, every chart is different, every chart is unique, you know what I'm saying? But this is your support coming from community, coming from networks, coming from groups you're a part of, coming from people you know what I'm saying? You're being supported like that right now. So just take that into account, think about it. You know, let that spirit and that faith, though, that's that Jupiter in the 11th house. This is a very auspicious Jupiter, okay? Let that really shine through for you for the next month, and follow that gut instinct, Aries. Follow your spark, follow your passion. Venus, you know what I'm saying? Venus supported by Mars, supported by Jupiter. Follow your appreciation for things, because this next month is all about Aries, and it's all about developing your unique passion, your unique identity, okay? Damn, I'm excited for you. You gotta let me know what happens. I want to know what happens. Let me know. Let me know. Like this video brought you any value whatsoever. You know it did, shit, Aries. You know it did, Aries. No, but for real though, thank you to everybody who subscribes, comments, likes, all that jazz. And with that said, we're gonna move on over to Leo. Let's see if it resets. Probably. All the way back to the Leos. Leo, what you up to? What kind of mischief are you getting into? What kind of shenanigans are you doing? I see you over there all shenaniganing like a Leo. No, I'm just kidding with you. I don't mean to offend the proud cats in the room. I'm just kidding, but if you are a Leo, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? So you already know why it's funny. Just saying. Now, cool. Leo, what we got? What we got? This is your ninth house. Okay. What a great freaking house for a you know, a new moon. The ninth house is just such a great house. It's a happy house. It's an educated house, a learned house, a philosophical. Oh my god, it sounded like waffle. Waffles. That sounds so good. I just got the biggest taste for a waffle. Damn, that's bad. I had to give me a waffle, but. But for real though, it's a philosophical house, the ninth house. You know, it's all about you know, happiness. It's about happiness and fulfillment in a lot of ways, the ninth house. The ninth house is also where we go to get further educated and to kind of master something that is worth knowing at a deeper, higher level. It's very spiritual and very you know, faith oriented as well. And to have a fire sign in the ninth house, meaning that you're a Leo, basically that you are a fire sign, it gives you that extra sense of belief and of spirit, really. And so you have that activation right now in that ninth house of Aries. And so you are lit up, Leo, with passion about belief, passion about faith, passion about redefining yourself in terms of what you as a Leo have mastered or are in the process of mastering. What are you going to master as a Leo? Okay, over the next month, what are you going to resolve to dive into and to overcome and to be the best at for you? Because Leo is all about shining at the end of the day. Aries is the one that the spotlight is on, but Leo's the one that like dances across the stage and commands the attention. Together, they like really work well. You understand? So Aries is like the natural talent, and so is Leo, but they're both like different in their energy expression. And you have both activated in your chart right now if you are a Leo ascendant, sun, or moon. So anyway, your like ninth house, Leo, is all about you really being like in your joy, okay? Really just being in your joy. You're being asked to just vibe in your joy. And by joy, I mean whatever it is that lights you up. And if you're a fire sign, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, because energy radiates. And fire sign people, we radiate energy. You understand? We radiate like a flame energy. So if you're a Leo out there, you're fixed in your modality, fire. You're the like firmest fire of the fire signs. You understand? Because you're fixed in your modality. You're not cardinal like Aries. You're not mutable like Sagittarius. You are fixed fire. You are the sun, for crying out loud. So the sun in your ninth is asking you to, again, illuminate your joy. Illuminate your joy. Create. You're a Leo. Everything about your life is centered around creation. But what you're being called to create is not just what you normally make, Leo. It's your philosophical byproducts. And why do I say that? Jupiter in the seventh house, okay? And Jupiter in the house of relationships. And it's sending harmonious vibes to Venus and the lunation itself, the moon itself at this time. So these are the two benefic planets. You got this affinity, this beautiful affinity based aspect happening between the seventh house of relationship and the ninth house of philosophy and wisdom and learnedness. So you got this like really powerful um just kind of like a railroad of energy that the source, the force, the universe, spirit is providing for you at this time. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving you between this relationship construct and your philosophical advancement, knowledge, wisdom pursuit. And all of that again is going to be unique to you, Leo. I don't feel the need to like put too many confines around it, because I feel like you're going to know what I'm talking about when I say that. It's unique to you as you are a fire sign, and fire signs are about uniqueness, and Aries is the most unique sign, out of them all. Other than maybe Aquarius, I'd say they're tied for novelty, you know what I'm saying? But with that said, keep in mind, Leo, that you got a gift on offer. Don't ignore that, and you sit nine. Chances are you're feeling pretty optimistic anyway with the stellium in the ninth house. Chances are you're feeling that, but you know what? Saturn's in that seventh house, and sometimes people gloss over that when they're talking about these. You're in a season of life of solemn assessment in your relationships, Leo. It's going to be going on for probably the rest of the next year, okay? But you know what? It's going to get a little better when it gets into your eighth house, and it's going to get a lot better when it gets into your ninth house, because then you're going to be building your dreams, you know? So dream big, my friends, because you got a fire stellium there, and you're looking to really level up in your passions, is what that comes down to with all that Aries influence. And again, Mars, as I've been saying in all these videos, is in mutual reception with Mercury at the time of this lunation. It's not pictured here because the exactness has changed of the degrees and everything, but the signs is still in mutual reception, okay? Um, because we have the sign rulers switched. So Mars rules Aries and Mercury rules Gemini. And when they are in each other's sign, that is called mutual reception. So it's pictured here in that regard. So there's that. And basically, what that means is that there's a support system for you, Leos, in your belief system, ninth house, and your networks. So your networks, you're called to develop those right now. If you got a plan, ooh, Leo, if you got a plan, for how to engage a social media audience, how to engage a network, a platform, a marketing pitch. If you're a Leo in marketing, you're gonna have the best fucking month of your career in the next month. It's gonna be like life changing. And I'm not even over exaggerating, because the 11th house North Node activated by Mars at the same time that Mars is engaged in a new moon, okay, as the moon's ruler and in mutual reception with the sign that hosts Mars. This is not a constant happening. This is not a regular event. This does not happen every year, okay? This North Node will soon change. You understand? It will not be with Mars in Gemini, your 11th house, Leo. It will not remain for long. And this is the only lunation where this is going to be, you know, in the foreseeable future, engaging the energies of your goals, your dreams, your 11th house, your networks, how to engage larger audiences of people, okay, and your ninth house of philosophical wisdom and what you really know deep down is gonna make you happy, okay. These two things are just talking in such beautiful harmony. I feel like so many Leos out there, it's like, you know, the Rubik's cube, you're like a Rubik's cube right now, and everything just shifted right into place, you know what I'm saying? So that's you, Leo. Congratulations. I don't know what's going to be going on over the next month, but I anticipate you're going to be coming through with some pretty strong epiphanies, some pretty strong awareness points, and really just trust the vibe, trust your passion at this time, Leo, because you got so much fire energy finally, you know, in the chart. We've been waiting, all us fire signs, for a little bit of fire, you know what I'm saying, in the chart. But it's a stellium and Aries in your ninth house. So you're feeling it. You need to lean into that, document it, do something, create within it. You know what I'm saying, Leo? Be the flame of passion that you are as a fixed fire, you know, as fixed fire. I could go on for hours because I just be, you know, a fire moon like that, y'all. You know how it be, shit. Thanks, Leo, for all the support. And if you like this video, that's super cool. Just saying. If you want to hang out with us live for free this Sunday, it's happening. All you got to do is email me and we'll be talking about this new moon together in the real, like, present moment of nowness at that point in time. With that said, thank you to everybody who supports this channel, all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, the bell notifications, the people who are scheduling calls with me to join my astrology school, and just everybody who's ordered a reading. And yes, I am still a little backed up. I do apologize. I will be getting to you very soon with your reading, but the link down below, well, actually it's a Gmail address again for that if you want to reach out to me to get one of those, to get a reading. All right, beautiful. With that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.